All right, world. Here we are again. We are here to draw and hang out and exist and maybe listen to some music, Maybe share some of our thoughts. Maybe get some work done. Hopefully get some work done. I mean, I'm going to be completely honest. This is really about me getting work done. I'm trying to hide it as if it's not. You ever try to get people to hang out with you, but your real motivation is to get work done, and people they're like, "Wait a minute, I was here to hang out." And you're like, "No. I need you to help carry these shingles for me." I'll tell you what, man, if those people, depending on how lonely they are, that's the big thing. If they're really lonely, they'll probably do it. But if they have dignity and they have options in their life, they will not. They may do it, but they won't be back. That's an interesting part of life. Oh, my goodness. I kept a contact in my eye a little too long, and I am still paying for it. It's not painful. It's just like irritating. But that's what this stream is for me to complain. Isn't that why everyone tunes into this? To listen to me complain? Let's take a look at the catalog. Is anybody watching these videos? Let's see. I was really surprised to find out that people... Oh, Matt and Shane's Secret Podcast just went live. I don't know why it's got a green thing around it. I wonder what that's about. Might be just because it just came out. Might be a new feature. You know, the one thing that's really weird about software is like it's always updating and upgrading. And I'm one of those consumers that once I figure out how to make it work for myself, let's see, 5, no views. Oh, that's too bad. These are some of my better streams too. Let's see. No. Oh, that's a better one. Last night was pretty good. Oh, this one's 18. Yeah, they do kind of compound, don't they? People run into them. I wonder what causes it. But there's some pretty big droughts right at the beginning. And then at some point, there's one that kind of popped off a little bit. Yeah, this one here has 45. That might be when the algorithm pushed it up to my followers. And then it dropped off again. Yeah, it's interesting. Who was that one finance guy I saw a thumbnail that he put out. And it was basically like 2024, put out content. That's where the money's at. And it's interesting. I was talking about this last night. I was talking to someone from my hometown, and he was basically like, no, don't put out content. It's a bubble. It's like, bro, so you'd rather just chill and not do anything than, create on this new platform that exists? Like, come on, man. Also, like, Threads seems to be like non-existent, but I also think that people are looking for a place that's kind of dead. So I actually think that Threads eventually is going to become a sleeper platform. It's interesting. There's no hashtags on Threads. So I don't know exactly what the formula is, but I heard the concept is like micro-blogging is really what it is. There's big-time blogging. There's micro-blogging. All right. So I would really like to... Sorry. I would really like to dive into this one. So I'm going to jump in here. Actually, this is going to be a more boring podcast. So if you're worried it might be too boring, I recommend that maybe you turn it off and turn on something a little more interesting if you're here to listen. See, generally, I listen to most of YouTube. I do. I listen to YouTube. I listen to it. All right. Here we are. If I did this stream once a week, I could have some really interesting streams. But for now, we're going to have to figure out what works for me. You know what I mean? I can't make bangers day after day just talking to myself. I can try. I should really reset my office. That'd be a good weekend project. Oh, maybe, you know what I'll do this weekend? Ooh, this is the last of my anonymity. I think I'm going to go on the stream. I think I'm going to turn on the old webcam. It's time. It's time, people. Talk about it with the Rufus group and figure out how to do it. Figure out how to do it. Kind of bounce off some ideas. Teamwork will make the dream work. I really think that, I can't remember what it was. I think I heard Jeff Bezos say that once teams get over like 6, they don't, like their efficiency starts to go down. And I used to see stuff like that. Like, you really should try to keep your groups, don't be upset if your, friend group isn't as big as like a wild party in a movie. That's a movie. Yeah, take advice from me, the guy drawing an owl god. From me. Ooh, I like what's happening here. Yeah, let's get through this one today, huh? This is going to take a while. But this would be really cool that if I finish the project in one sitting. Ooh. All right, I like what I'm doing. Give you an idea of what I've been thinking about if you've stuck through the stream this long, is I would say that, no matter how creative I want to go, the one thing you do owe the audience is some level of understanding, but perhaps not. Maybe that's your thing. But I think that moving forward, I want to give the audience some clarity and less nuance. I'm not saying whether or not that's a good or bad thing. I'm just saying that that's what I'm going to do. So if we get in here and just keep building this fur, this is interesting. This is similar to what I did. Oh no, I'm doing both. Didn't want to do that. I do want to make this fluffy though in the meantime. You know what's funny? I'm having a bunch of internal dialogue and I'm just not sharing it. Maybe that's where I could make the difference. I'll just share my internal dialogue. No, that's probably not a good idea. Isn't that funny? Ooh, maybe I'll make it longer then. you see this? Can you? Not bad. Not too bad. Actually pretty good. I'm not sure what accent that is, but it's actually pretty good. Oh, so actually the hand would be back there. If you really do it right. Right. Huh, I almost thought someone commented. Nope, still me. Wah. Let's move this. I like this drawing. This one's kind of popping for me. It's been a while since I really indulged. Ooh, that's not the right way to do this. No, that's not right either. That might be better. There we go. And then around it. There we go. Kind of this layering process, if you know what I mean. Huh. All right. Ooh. I got two the other side. I was about to say 2 whole sides. Well, I guess that is 2 whole sides. All right. Would start to go down now, right? I guess we're going to have to account for all space in between. That's the workload, huh? Just breathing on the mic. Let's see. Actually wasn't too bad. What if this all kind of like fades into darkness? Darkness. Sorry about that. Ah, bless you. Hey, what's up, Brent? You're under my forearm. I should move the chat over here, actually. There we go. All right. My goal is to get through this whole drawing. I believe in you, man. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, I think I can get through this one today. Get through it. Maybe it's my mindset. It's more like I'm going to crush this drawing, which there's potential in this drawing. Just going to have to put some time into it because I haven't drawn in a while, so doing like really boss stuff. Or maybe I'll have to grab a reference for the hands. I may not be ready to do that. Maybe I should get back into figure drawing. There was a point when I first went to college a few years ago that I drew all the time like a professional athlete or something. There we go. Just keep pushing it down. All right, we kind of got this going down, but honestly, I'm not buying it. It kind of isn't flowing correctly. Interesting. But it's got a flow to it, so I guess we can leave it. All right. Let's get in on this side. I could borrow from this work over here. Gonna have to merge some of this. Let's merge. Do you hear the pole hitting the monitor? If you do, let me know, Brent, if you're there. Oof. Okay, so a lot of it needs to be cut off. Okay, so we can't just start merging. It'll look like shit. Yeah, a bit. Okay, thanks. Thanks for the heads up. Dang! Wrong layer. Yeah, it's honestly it's kind of difficult because it's on a mic stand. It's not on a mic it's on like a mic stand that like stand-up comedians use. Like this is for singing. And I happen to have it, but I have a decent mic. Yeah. Okay, that's better. And maybe what we'll do is we'll get rid of these layers. Or maybe not. And then we will... let's erase... Whoop! Jeez, come on, Timbo. Sorry. It's alright. Just lighten up. You'll be alright. Let's do this. Honestly, we might be able to keep it like this. I don't know. I don't really like it that much. So I think we're going to keep going. And then... maybe we'll get rid of this. Keep things clean. Oh, won't let me do that. I wonder why. Oh, because I've already selected the layer. All right, let's do... nope. Nope, 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 nope. There it is. Huh. I just have to make sure when I merge that I don't hurt anything. So I think part of it would be to cut off any of the edge layers over here, just in case. And then we'll come down there. Ah, that didn't help. Oh, so that's the new line. Okay, so let's get rid of this. All right, we got to move on. Come on, chip, chop, chip, son. All the way up. All right, let's merge it down. There we go. And then we'll drop it. And then we'll go over here. Or, you know, let's see if we can borrow, try to save some time and borrow from over here. Let's see how that looks. Like this. See what we got. We're obviously not going to take everything, but let's see. Maybe we could put it right here. Yeah, that fits pretty well. And then we'll grab this part. And maybe here. This little thing. Yeah, that seems to fit pretty well for the most part. Okay. And then we'll go opposite. Get in here, chop it up. Oh, you know what? Let's borrow from the other side of the face too. Let's get that right. It's looking good so far. Yeah, thanks, man. I appreciate it. This is supposed to be, for my book, this is supposed to kind of be like a wow drawing. So I'm going to kind of work with this until we get to something that really pops. And what's really important to do in this age of AI is to make sure that you're doing something with the human touch. You know, people still want to connect with other humans through art. So, but then you also have to keep up with AI, which means you have to move much faster. All right, so can we do just like a shift? I don't know if you can. All right, and so he's kind of okay. Thanks, Brent. I really appreciate your encouragement. The interesting thing about the chat is, because I have it on the same monitor that I'm drawing on, is that it stays it stays up. All right, so let's take away. Let's not waste time. Start taking away. bring back that other layer. We now need to, maybe not that close, but we'll have to come in here and make it asymmetrical though. Not too bad. And then let's remove these parts underneath. I'm constantly making the things that I do more complex, so let's not do that this time around. Wait, what am I about to do? Oh, I know what I'm doing. Oop. That's what I was worried I was doing. All right. Oops. Oh, you know what? I'm going the wrong way. Ooh, did I merge down on something I didn't want to? Yeah, looks like I did. That's all right. We'll work it. Oh, no. There was lack of detail over here, too. Ooh, I'm already getting acclimated to my copy and paste process. Let's see what we're going to do. I think I'm going to grab a reference for these hands. Normally, I would work it out, but I want to finish this book in 3 months. What would that be called? Like thinking hands pose. AI is not good at hands either. Yeah, I think this is kind of what we're thinking. Something like this. Yeah. Yeah, and the hands are kind of meet up a little bit more. So I guess I could bring it all in right here. I mean, why not? Oof. Why don't we copy it? Why is this flipped? I wonder. Whatever. Got a little bit of the sausages going on here. Where the contact is. Kind of looking at these little... I think I really want to go more like this. And kind of have the hands come forward. Because this would be like this. No, and this here, the part that goes here. This would have to bring the elbows in, I feel like. This would have to be more like... Ooh, I don't like that. Huh. I knew this was going to give me a hard time. These are in here. Maybe it's more like... Damn. But it still doesn't accommodate for the finger pose. All right. I'm just going to have to keep going until I get them right, huh? So from this perspective, what do we got? This, some shoulders. We got an arm like this, and we're doing this thing. So actually, I think we'd be looking the hands. Well, from here, we're looking down at the hands. But from here, I feel like we're looking up. Like the face is this. And that's actually not true either. Really what we're doing is the head. Whoop. The head is looking down this way. And the hands right here. Therefore, the planes are correct. Maybe one hand in front of the other. I don't know. But he's really kind of facing front. We're looking straight on. So maybe we should just do the hands straight on. Goodness. Would it be like this? Or we just see like pinkies and hands from here. We're seeing a profile of the hands. We do this thing. Well, let's try it. Let's try it. Kind of. That would be... All right, let's pull another. I don't think AI is good at doing hands. This kind of gives us what we want. Ooh, what if that's what we want? That actually might work better. Yeah, I think that actually might be it. Is that basically what we're doing? This, but then the elbows are coming out more. Oops. There we go. Nice. No, not that. Let's go into this way. All right. Yeah, let's just pull that out. That'll be distracting. So it's really more straight on. Yeah, why not? I guess I wanted to avoid praying hands. I kind of still do. But I'm going for it. It's a little bit better, but we're going to have to acknowledge that this is kind of on this side. So we can see this. Yeah, I'm doing it. There we go. I shouldn't have deleted that one because it's basically still the same thing. The hands are in the front. All right, we figured that pose out a little. So let's get rid of this. Let's get back to the jacket. We'll come back to the hands. Where are we at here? Okay, we got that. I think all this stuff can be merged. This. Yeah, let's delete the stuff underneath. There we go. This stuff. Otherwise, it's going to become a problem. Oop. Interesting. All right. And I think I can merge this, all this here. Let's go hunt it. Oh, it is hunted. No. Oh, okay. That's the one. There we go. Let's go 100. I got this to 100. Nice. All right. So let's do that jacket all the way down. We'll pull it in. And then we'll do around the head. We'll probably get rid of the antlers. Well, why don't we do that now? Antlers aren't doing it for me. But I still like the idea that he's wearing a mask. Does that take something away from this guy? Maybe I should make the headdress bigger. Let's merge these two down. Oop. Oops. Let's get in there a little bit closer to do this. Oh, this is going to be fun. Whoop. Whoop. Come on. Come on, layer. No, that's not what I meant. Yeah, that's better. Can I bring it down like this? And then it would kind of turn the hand. All right, let's do the jacket now. We'll come back to the head. All right, gotta do the work. Work, 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 work. I say longer hairs towards the bottom. Want it to look fluffy though. Fluffiness is the best. Fluffiness is the best policy. If it's not fluffy, then it's gotta be Tom Duffy. If you're not fluffy, then you gotta then you're not that lucky. Ooh, looks like we're keeping the head. Yeah, and his shoulder's turned, so I have to turn the hand a little bit. All right, let's get in there. I'll probably have to do one more view of it, and then I'll do some very accurate poses, but I won't go all the way with the detail with the fur. Oops. All right, where are we at here? All right, we're getting in there. The fur's turning. So let's turn a little bit more, and we'll flatten this side. So let's open this up a little bit. And then, yeah, make the fur real long and fluffy on the way down. And it's kind of interesting. The head, you almost feel like needs to turn. Nah, this is fine. See, I'm always trying to make things harder. Always. Back to being a blind guy. See, how long have I been going? What doesn't say on here? Oh, I just hit my hour. Cool. Oh, excuse me. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. All right, let's get to it. Where are we at here? On this layer? Yeah. All right, we're almost done. Gonna have to use my shoulder. Getting a little sloppy. Come on now. There we go. It almost looks like hair. Yeah, I like the lack of clarity. Boy, I'm all over the place. Interesting. Yeah, I think that's about what we would need. Okay, then we have that. Let's man, I might have to drop the hands. That's a bummer. I need to start going to more figure drawing events. Oh, I wonder if I can find something like that. Let's look up on the interwebs. Be a good way to spend my weekend. Chicago figure drawing, not class. Figure drawing. I don't want to take a class. Figure drawing. What would you call that? Figure drawing. We'll just call it figure drawing. Meetup. Figure drawing Chicago. Okay, perfect. Figure drawing. What we're about. We are testing online and in-person drawing. Broadcast on Zoom. Platform. Studio. Host. Drop-in figure sessions. Twice a week. Wednesday and Thursday. Okay, so I missed this one. $10 online. $15 in person. Who the hell would do figure drawing online? I'm sure people do it. Let's see. Are there any other ones? Platform Studio Chicago. Wednesday, Thursday, 7 to 9. Interesting. I'll have to look at this later. Thought I was going to be able to find something off the rip. I was about to grab something right off rip, you know what I mean? Ooh, let's see if there's anybody on YouTube. Oh, I got 30 subscribers. There you go. Coming around. Oh, someone's watching. Oh, nice avatar, Brent. That's pretty good. I can't see it on the restreams. There we go. Oh. Yeah, I did something wrong there. Let's do more this way. There we go. Let's take the head off. There we go. There it is. Yeah, I think we're going to get rid of the hands on this one. The hands were pretty cool, but it's just not working. All right, let's merge these. What are we at? 100%. Yeah, I like your avatar. I'm tempted to just drop it in here. Yeah, I think I can. Let's see if we can. Have a little bit of fun for a moment, huh? Why not? It's my stream. No, wrong way. Dang it, I did the same thing twice. You know what that means? It means I'm super smart. There we go, your channel. Yeah, I wonder if we can drag and drop. Channel activity, go to channel. I guess we go to your channel. And then, yeah. Oh, I thought that was a puppy. Your name is Deez? Oh, interesting. Deez, Goofball, Kenny. Well, I guess I could screen grab and do it that way. There we go. Yeah, I thought this was like a cat. So I thought it was like something like... This is what I saw. Something like... Uh-oh. I hear myself twice. There it is. Let's drop that. Okay. Do we got it on here? Oh. Well, let's cut that one too. All right. Here. And let's get back to it. Oh, the keyboard's dying. That's not good. Let's buckle up, Buttercup. So what was I thinking? Yeah, I thought it was something like... Yeah, something like this. I don't know why. That's what I saw. Oh, man. Where's that... Where's that coming from? Oh, there it is. Woof. Yeah, I saw something like this. Or something like that, yeah. So you would just take this. Oop. Yeah, let's rasterize it. And then you would take this. It'd probably look cute like that. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Something like this. Something like this. And then something like... And then, you know, I'd actually make them fatter because that's my style. My style would be like... Or maybe what we'll do is manipulate this. Yeah, I enjoyed that. All right, that was an intermission break. That's a funny one. We'll just put this guy in the corner over here. As an ode, Brent, for giving me a viewer on my drawing while I draw. Okay, let's get back to this. Okay. Oh, let's bring Kitty over. Kabuki. 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 Okay. And then we... I have 3 viewers on YouTube? Whoa, that's nuts. That might be a YouTube all-time high. Uh-oh. Here I come, Mr. Beast. Here I come, Mr. Beast. What, Mr. Beast? You think you got something on me? But watch out. I got a fat cat in the corner of my screen. I bet you and your friends haven't thought about that. Probably not. At all, freaking at all, bro. That's so dumb. Okay. And here we are. And super wow. I'm going to have to make some social media posts tomorrow. Hey. Oh, interesting. Okay. So how are we going to do the bottom under here? Well, let's fill it in black and see how that looks at first. Because we might be able to do something without doing too much. We might be able to wrap this one up, but not indefinitely. I'm willing to do another angle of it. But for now, here's like a wide. You know what I should do? The avatar of every person who watches, I'll edit it up and do something with it. And that's wrapped all the way around. Yeah, there's something happening here. But maybe we should just give some reference to something underneath here. Uh-oh, the hands are coming back. Same pose again. Uh-oh. What happens if you get famous overnight and there are too many people? What happens? I don't think anything happens. I don't think anything happens when you get famous. I think it's a perspective thing. I think the thing that bothers a lot of people who are so ambitious about becoming famous, it drives them mad when they become famous because they realize it's a psychological thing for everyone. It's like everyone and not everyone and then you. So what happens? Nothing. I don't think anything happens. I think you're happy for like a day. I guess there's marketing implications. Uh-oh. Yeah, there is that aspect. But honestly, Brent, I don't think anything happens. Okay, so now we're back in the same spot we were before. Shoulders, elbow. So the elbow is going to have to be like this. So maybe I know what's wrong. Something's wrong here. And so I would say, are we on a new layer? We are. I would say if the elbows or the shoulders are here, the arms would be here, and then the hands would have to come out here. Therefore, the wrists would go like this. And so this pose would have to look more like this. And it'd be like this. Okay, and then this shoulder is this way. So then it would actually be more like this. And maybe this. Dang, man, it's really getting me. Let's try it again. That feels better. A little bit more even. But this would actually be more this way. Dang, man. It's been a while. Let's get rid of this one, too. All right, we're going to figure this out. This has to be done properly. AI will defeat me on this one, but that's okay. As long as my brain learns, I can I can get in there. All right, so we're here. And then we're like right here. There we go. Kinda. You know, I actually feel better about working this one out and sticking with it. It's not perfect, but whatever is, you know? All right, let's drop it out. Man, I might have to come back to these hands. Do some work and come back to them. Or maybe I can just do the hands and they don't have to correspond with anything. Dang. You gonna be right back? All right. Maybe we'll get in here and do these feathers. I can work out these feathers. And come back to these hands. Man, Cat Williams overnight made himself the most famous comic out. What are we going to do here? All right, let's not get the double over, huh? Does this tell me how many people are checking things out? Let's look on the, see if everybody's watching. Looks like a little bit. Let's go back. Ah! Nope. All right. Let's let's get into these feathers. Ooh, yeah, these are way longer, huh? Oops. And how? Okay. And all right. Well, something going on here. Maybe we could do the edge like this. Yeah, I think that'll work. Fancy dancy. Fancy dancy. No, I don't want no fancy, not so dancy. Ooh. Whoa. Wow, interesting. Ooh. Okay. So we got one feather done. I guess we can multiply the feather. I guess. There we go. All right. Oh. Up, 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 up and away. Up and away. Up and away. Run away. Up and away. Up and away. Sorry. It's kind of probably annoying, but I enjoy it, and it's my freaking stream. It's my freaking stream. What you expect me to do? I'm doing my freaking stream. There we go. Up and away. All right. Got a lot of texture on this. Can we get the hands in there? I think we can. I'm not giving up on that. Let's go for it. Where's the hands? Yeah. Stop being so hard on yourself. Come on. Actually, we might be able to move forward without it. I mean, it's basically done. I'll have to try to do it on a different layer. We gotta wrap this up. We gotta wrap this page up. Otherwise, we'll be here for the rest of our lives. Come on now. Okay, so we're in here. We got the texture. Maybe, we could probably get some texture on the skin on that head, because I'm thinking he's going to have a bald head. I think he's wearing a headdress. And maybe we can get in here and do some gnarly stuff with the eyes, and then create the precedent for this character, and then we'll do lower renders on it for the other panels for the book. Okay, so and here we are. Yeah, let's merge these all together. Oops. All right, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to touch this up. That's what we're going to do. We're going to finish this drawing. So buckle up, buttercups. It's about to happen. This is good because this is where I can make things asymmetrical. So we'll go in here. We'll come in this way. So we got that. And what we should do is get these highlights on here. So what we really got to do is come in here and get really close without actually getting in there. Oops. Oof. Maybe pull that back a little bit. Here's the boring part. Maybe this is the part. I wonder if some of the artists just don't show this part, like it's not that much fun. I watched Jim Lee draw for so long. I eventually saw him not finish the eyes on the stream, and he said that some artists have to have secrets, and I thought that was really interesting. Jim Lee's got secrets? What? Secrets of the trade. I've always been really surprised when certain really great artists aren't aware of other really great artists. Maybe they're just like, you know, this is my world, so I don't really look at anything else. Maybe we should merge these down. What are these? Okay, yeah, let's Let's merge these down and see how much we can do this with just fills. I guess these don't fill, do they? Come on, bam. Oops, wrong layer. I'm surprised. So it's this one. Maybe come in here and yeah, maybe add some shadows in here. That might be kind of interesting. Yeah, let's do that. Let's see how that goes. Well, first let's merge these. Nah, it's too early for that. Oh yeah, I'm just gonna have to go in there and do it the hard way. I thought maybe there was a shortcut, but nope. Gonna just have to get in there. All right, let's do another one. Another round of fills. It's just gonna take time. There's no replacement for hard work. Not yet. All right, that's faster. All right. Yeah, it means there's some more to fill in down here. Hey, Pookie, I'm back. I'm back. It's not too bad, the detail on here. Now let's do this side. I'm back. Woo, 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 woo. Ooh, I didn't realize I gave myself a rough spot here on this shoulder. I'm gonna have to redo that. That don't make no sense. But yeah, that really accurate line looks nice. It's just starting to come around. Let's make everything black. Just get an idea of the aesthetic. I could probably put a universe around him because that's the scene. I'm back. It's so dumb. So dumb. I'm back. I'm back. Yeah, not too bad, huh? And then let's drop this down to a hundo. It's just ominously existing in space. Something's gonna have to pop up down here. The voice is back! I'm back! Yeah, doesn't it get boring when I don't talk? I mean, my best drawing comes out when I don't talk, so I don't know how to compensate for that. That's the tough part. I actually do know how to compensate for that. I just can't do it tonight. Not tonight. Tomorrow. Tomorrow is a big day. Tomorrow will be a big day for compensation. Just come through for the compensation. Yes, compensation all the time. Abso-freaking-lutely. I'm back. The voice is back. All right, yeah. So let's drop this down. Let's actually merge these two. Very simple. This is all one layer now. And then we'll just kind of come in here and create outer space, huh? Outer space is actually really easy to create because we're just little crabs on this tiny little aquarium and we can't get very close to the suns and the stars. So we just make little dots. And it's like, people are like, wow, I know this. All that in one layer? Yeah, this is all one layer. Except for your avatar is not one layer. All that in one layer. Yes, that's true. Oh, maybe we let space travel through them. Ooh. That's kind of cute. We're going to have to dive into these eyes, too. And then you got to get the lines around them. And I think that would be about it. And then some textures on the head. Back. There we go. Now we're in space. Get the gist of space. And then let's get back in here. So what I'll do is I'll complete these lines. Actually, some work needs to still be done on this. Some rendering. Book. What's your book going to be about, by the way? I actually already have the first part of the book out. If you want to get a copy. I'm selling physical copies. Let's see. Yeah, you have to check out the Instagram. Let me try instagram.com/Conformity Farm. Yeah, check that out. We might have to do something with these feathers a little bit, though. Let's drop this down. Twitch, check. Facebook, check. No, there's no Facebook. Kidding. You know, I almost feel like this space of the head actually isn't correct. I wonder if we can improve that. Let's try it. If not, you know, life is as such. Yeah, maybe it's got to be more up here. Maybe create the line right here, drop it like a little deeper. Waka, waka, waka. Look at Conformity Farm, Conformity Farm, Conformity Farm. Conformity Farm, Conformity Farm. All right. Let's do this. Actually, I'm going to drop this. I think we got to do some more texturing. I don't know. Let's take a look at it. Let's just look at it for a second. Look at it. Just look at it. Let's just take a second and look at it. I have myself a cold coffee. I'm going to grab that real quick. It'll just take a second. But let's just take a look at this for a second. See where we're going to go with things. Because maybe what we could do is I could... let's bring back the layers. I could maybe put the planet right here. And be like, bam. And he's just looking at it. And that would work perspective-wise. I don't know. Let's give it a second. I'm going to take a scanner. I'm going to grab a coffee real quick. Snickers iced coffee. You know what I think it was? This coffee company existed and they brokered a deal with Snickers. And that's what happened. Let's get another drink. I'm not going to just have that. What are we gonna do here? All right, let's take a gander. All right, so we're looking at it. It's kind of small on the screen. I'm sorry. All right, let's take a look. Yeah, this kind of works. Maybe what I could do is I could drop a shadow on it and make it so that almost like the planet illuminates. No, it would make more sense that the gods would illuminate. So let's try that. Oh, lost the chat. Probably scatter more planets in the background. Oh, for sure. Yeah, I'll definitely do that, Brent. But for now, I'm still working out the concept a little bit. But you're right. Yeah, scatter them around, get more dense spots for sure. But I'm still kind of building. What I do is, this is essentially how I write. I don't really write that much. I write a little bit. Just to get a framework out. I'm actually going to explain this a little bit if you find this interesting. Do you find this interesting at all? Otherwise, I'll just get back to drawing. So basically what I do is I draw concepts and I pull concepts like away, and then I add stuff, and then I look at them again, and then I I do a lot of instinct following with drawing. So I express myself and I express the kind of feelings that I want to exist in this. So I draw first, and most of the writing is done through writing first, which makes perfect sense. So my process actually takes a little bit longer, but it's my process, and that's how I approach it. And when I make movies, I'm going to approach it the same way. Except for a lot of scenes don't really need to be expressed visually. Visually just like kind of matches something that is written to a certain extent. So, I don't want to be ineffective. I mean, especially like I said, when you're competing with these computers, you want to limit. I mean, I guess you're really not competing with I don't know. Are you or are you not? I'm not sure. I think I'm competing against other people using computers. That's kind of what I'm doing. But anyway, I digress. Story. So what I'm doing here in this scene is there is a deer god, and this is another type of god. But this one I kind of built around the idea that it has defeated other gods, and therefore it's wearing the skins of other gods. And that kind of gives it its place. Now, in that world, that doesn't really matter. It's no different than the real world that we live in today, where animals literally eat live other animals, right? It's pretty harsh perspective, but it is a rule of the universe. Therefore, I think it plays out in this narrative, or any narrative rather, in reflecting on what the divine may look like. So what I'm doing here is the deer god who created the first world in the first book is now trying to basically load off the work that he did off to another god. And ultimately in the story, it's already been predetermined that this god's going to be like, nah, no thanks. So let's kind of just do... Whoop. So let's get back in here and work on this aspect. Now I have to make sure that this stays one layer and stays transparent. This isn't black and white. This is black against transparent. So that when it's colored, the reason why I like that concept. Cool. I'm glad you like it. So the idea is that I can publish two books. I can publish a black and white version, and I can publish a colored version. And that's the way I'm approaching this. Getting in there. These are some really fine lines. Well, buddy, trying to get in there, fine lines right there. That's what I'm doing right there. Oh, yeah, you can't fucking deny that. I guess I didn't have to curse. I'm sorry, baby Jesus. I did not mean that. I will make eye contact with you, baby Jesus, when I get into the promised land. And I will say, I am sorry, baby Jesus. But unfortunately, I owe you so many I'm sorries because I have been quite a bad boy. God, you have made me an imperfect being. What do you expect? What do you expect out of someone like me, so flawed as you have made me? Remember the movie Free Willy? I think that movie had better marketing and like just PR because it's not, people are not going back and watching that movie. It was a movie that everyone understood just through the title, and they decided whether or not they liked it from that. I guess that's not completely true. I remember watching Air Bud with my little sister when she was really little, and there's a scene in Air Bud where he takes the dog to an island by himself because if he doesn't, the owner will have to be this like really terrible person, right? And he was like, "Go! Don't you understand? I don't want you anymore." And I remember my sister was just bawling her eyes out, and I was like, "Are you crying?" I'm just a terrible person, huh? She was little too. Don't you understand? Oop. Don't you understand? I don't want you anymore. Don't you understand? It is so dry. Don't you understand? I don't want you anymore. That's wild. What? That I said that to my sister? Yeah, I know. I'm starting to feel bad now that I think about it. Yeah, that's kind of mean. Don't you understand? I don't want you anymore. Don't you understand? How did I end up on that layer again? Oh, I see what I did there. See what I did there? Now we're getting right into this feather. One line at a time. No one will ever appreciate it, but you gotta get it in. It's gotta be right. Quality work. Don't you understand? I don't want it anymore. Don't you understand? Don't you understand? I don't want you anymore. Don't you understand? What don't you understand about that? All right. So we're in there. Got a little bit longer to go. Oh, yeah. Wait a minute. Isn't there a faster way to do this? Oh, yeah. Call 1-800-HIGHLIGHT. There we go. And then I'll have to highlight on the other side of it. Okay. There we go. Ooh. Then I gotta come in here. Let's merge these together. Up to 100. Oop. I did not mean to do that. Merge layers. I don't even know what would happen if I turned it into a smart object. Oh, you know what I could do? I could put your avatar as the planet. Don't you understand? I don't want you anymore. Oof, I'm definitely going to have to go for a run tomorrow. Oof. You know, I'm almost feeling like the highlight should be a little bit thicker. It works though. Fat Cat Planet. Fat Cat Planet. Da-da. Fat Cat Planet. All right, yeah, let's drop the opacity on this. Excuse me. Sorry. Maybe what we can do is have the head pop all the way up like that. Does that make sense? Let's see. I don't know. What am I going to do with this head? Oh, you know what it is? It's the perspective is off. Of course. Of course it is. This is where everything changes. Because of course it does. Because if there was a mask, it would actually look down like this. You'd be looking up at it. Of course I would. Of course. Also, I feel like my gods would not be interested in precious material. They'd only be interested in like organic material. Because if you think about it, organic material would be like a lot of generating outside of like a planet. Like imagine that planet, that cat planet couldn't possibly produce enough material to clothe a god. A deity, if you will. Let's erase the old one and see how that looks. Yeah, that is better. Yeah, that is a lot better. Oh, wrong layer. Dang-o, dang-o. There we are. Maybe I could put some sort of symbolism on it. Well, Cat, she's a lot of fur. Wait, well, cats shed a lot of fur, so maybe he could make a plant blanket or clothes with it. Yeah. Oh, I see what you did there, shed. I'm a little slow. Yeah, you could say that. Like maybe that's what the owl god's considering. Like, well, I could farm this for more coverings, which is pretty popular here in the deity world. Yes. 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 Wonder if there's some sort of I don't know, symbolism's tough. Nah, it's dumb. No, it's dumb. No, that's stupid though. That stupid is stupid though. So stupid though. Maybe I could do some sort of something that is not really explained, but it's just like there. Maybe it's like a couple of lines like this. It's kind of comic booky kind of trend, like 2 racing stripes almost. We'll texture them out. We'll actually keep continuing this. Here comes. All right, so this, I was saying I want a lot of clarity. I feel like this is where the clarity can shut off. Yeah, that's pretty cool. That actually works. Kind of put that there. I like that. I like that a lot, actually. I wonder if another one's necessary. Maybe not. Actually, the rest of the face, kind of those eyebrow wings, those need some work. But I actually think if we had another layer here and experiment a little bit, I actually think we can kind of go like this and fill in that space. Like this, and then I also think that maybe these feathers curl a little bit more on this side. You know what I mean? Kind of filling in that boldness, that I'm important kind of thing. And then actually this one can give us a little more perspective and come in a little bit more like this. And this one can stay the way it is. And then maybe when we get in some detail over here, we could maybe drop some extra decoration. I don't know. It may not be necessary, but we could try it. I like this. I like this like jewelry kind of thing. It kind of reminds me of like, I don't know if you'd say like indigenous or whatever, but like getting into our roots. The head really should turn a little bit to its left, but we're going to keep it the way it is. I could get some more texture in here. But I need to try to do something different with these straps in here so that you can tell it's different. And then actually I want to keep this white and then this really dark. And I think I'm going to probably texture this in a little bit and then close it out with the highlight. And then I think that's it for this drawing. I think that's it for this panel. There'll have to be one with the deer god. So I don't know if maybe we draw deer god here from this perspective. You know, something like this, because we have to, you know, perhaps give a nod to the deer god being here. So maybe he's looking from here. So we could actually hide the owl god, and then this would be the shot where we finally see him for the first time. So we could actually do some panels that are where he's like super dark. And maybe we see the deer god responding Like, oh, hey. You know, maybe no emotion from anything except for the eyes and some shoulders or something. Where he's like, hey. With the hands, we have to communicate. Hey, look at this thing that I have for you. And he shows him the planet. And we only see like a little bit of a reference like this. And then we'll show the big splash page. Yeah, so then we'll do some explaining exposition here because we've already seen the deer god before. That's a pretty perennial character. And then what we'll do is we'll come in and then show this owl god detail, and that'll be a really cool moment. So we'll have to have it at like, this is kind of like bottom right panel of a spread. So we could actually do this all in 2 pages, I think. Kind of like if I were going to just rough it right now. And this is the graphic novel. Actually, I'll zoom in here because it's hard to see. No one knows where I'm drawing. Okay, so if that's the book right here, you would say that this deer god drawing is probably going to be like right here and then like this. So it might actually be a splash page. And then what we'll do is leading up to it, we'll have the deer god responding, whatever, something like this. I don't know. But this is the page that we're doing, like this one. And then we'll probably put some literature right here if necessary. And yeah, we'll figure out how we're going to do this. Maybe another panel here if we need a little more exposition. But yeah, that's what's going to happen. All right, so I'll keep this stuff. Oof. Why don't we lighten this up a little bit? Actually, we can bend this for real. There we go. Something like that. Looks like I got an excellent connection. Is the god with feathers bad or good in the book? He's neither. He's neither. He's a neutral character. It's really more about the deer god. But I had never designed this character, and that's why I had to spend a substantial amount of time getting this down. And most of the book is really low render. You know, it's a lot of cute, squishy things, and then there's space cats, which are a little medium render. But when I do god stuff, it's really high render. But deities are really difficult for us to understand, just in general. Just even me, you know, that that I don't spend. They're not. They're huge parts of the stories in the sense that a god would be a huge part of the story, but it's not It's not the driving force of the story. The story's really taking place on the cat planet. Cat planet, he's the one. Oh, come on. Uh-oh. Come on now. I thought this was... Oh, here it is. Come on now. Come on, people now. Smile at your brother and your brother and your brother. Try to watch one another right now. So I'll have to get back in there. All right, let's get another layer. And let's do this headdress, huh? Let's get an idea of what this bad boy's going to look like. It won't take that long. Oof. Don't spend time admiring your work. Just get it done and move on. It's not for you to consume. It's your work. You're right, me. You're right. You are absolutely, without a doubt, absolutely right. I can't believe I ever doubted you. I can't freaking believe it. I mean, I just can't freaking believe it. Well, you know, when asking about the deity god, either whether or not he's good or bad, in the book, he's neutral. But I would actually say, in his own world, he's actually bad. The backstory I kind of have in my mind for him. But he's not bad. I don't know. It's like, is a leopard that rips apart a gazelle bad? Like, I feel like this is the kind of deity this is. Like the one that would rip apart a gazelle, but it's still alive. But I don't think the deer god would be that way. I feel like the deer god would be like a vegetarian. And it would figure out a way not to hurt things. But, you know, you still do business with those. You know, he's an ideal. He's not an. I guess he is an idealist. He is an idealist. Yeah, the deer god's definitely an idealist. Oh, that's funny. That is funny. That's funny beyond all measure. That's so frickin' funny. Ooh, maybe I could use the warp on this. Oop. Oh yeah, that warp worked better than just the cut and bend. That's for sure. Yeah, I mean, let's be honest. This god has like horn-like features, so I guess he's kind of got that aggressive look to him. You know, the horns are aggressive. You know, if I wore horns out in public, that would be aggressive. They're quite aggressive. Let's see. I'm admiring my own work. What can I say? What can I and what can't I say? That hasn't already been said. Pretty much everything. I do want to keep pushing on this. I might have to hold out until tomorrow morning. It's getting kind of late. I feel like if I go to bed now, I'll be able to get up early and start working on this early in the morning and push through a whole day. It would be good. All right, I think that's what I'm going to do. All right, Brent, thanks for hanging out. I'll be back on tomorrow morning. I'm going to stream, throughout the weekend, so... yeah, we'll keep the cat here. All right, everybody, whoever made it to the end of the video, I want to thank you for hanging out. Actually, let's turn this music off. I want to thank everybody for hanging out, and until we see you next time, take care. Be good.